national educator.
Welcome to this secondary English revision lesson where I will be taking you through appreciating poetry. I am your teacher, Ouma Bernard, and I hope you will enjoy the lesson. So let's begin by looking at the areas tested under poetry. The first one is the persona. Who is the persona in the poem? That is the voice. Who is speaking in the poem? Is it a father? Is it a mother? Is it a contract worker? From the contents of the poem. Another area is theme. Theme, and sometimes what we call the subject matter. So when we talk of theme, we expect you to identify it using a noun phrase. For example, you can talk of corruption as a theme. What is the theme? You can say there is the theme of corruption, then you explain. But when we talk about subject matter, you simply explain what the poem is talking about. What is the subject matter of the poem is the same as what is the poem talking about. The poem is talking about a leader who persuaded the citizens to elect him, then after getting into power, squandered the national coffers. Then now we say that is the subject matter without mentioning the noun phrase that identifies the theme. So that's the slight difference between theme and subject matter. Then we have another area, general comprehension questions. After reading the poem, did you understand the content? Then you can be asked some few questions to test your comprehension of the poem or the text itself. Then style. There are various stylistic devices in poetry. We have the figures of speech like irony, personification, metaphor, just to mention a few. And we also have sound features like alliteration, assonance, consonance, and rhyme. You should be in a position to identify them and then illustrate. Another area is tone, mood, and attitude. Whenever you're given a text, you should ask yourself, what is the quality of the voice of the speaker? That is the tone. How does the listener feel? That is the attitude. How will the words make the listener feel about the one speaking? That is the attitude of the listener towards the speaker. Or from the way the speaker is speaking, how does he feel about the subject of his speech? Then that is the speaker's attitude towards what he is talking about, the feelings. Then what environment does it create? Does it terrify us? Does it make us happy? Then that is the mood that is created. Then we have vocabulary in context, where you can be given some words or phrases from the poem and asked to give their meanings. There's a slight difference between how to handle this question in comprehension and how to handle it in poetry. When it comes in poetry, first of all, ask yourself, is the poem figurative? Is there imagery in the poem? Then if there is imagery in the poem might just be talking about stones or sand or a river. But at the back of your mind, always remember that any piece of writing like poetry always targets human beings. So ask yourself, what does this mean in the human world?